Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to go over the best online gambling and sports betting stocks that you can buy right now. The sports betting revenue is set to explode over the next year, so I wanted to give you my top 3 picks in the industry. So let's jump right in. All right, guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel for me. Hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post. There is a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come over and join the family. Be part of the squad. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks. You'll get links to 5 portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock, up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to be a part of the family, I also send out a lot of high-value swing trade setups, or anytime I map a chart, or I've got a watch list, so any new beginners out there, if you want to talk one-on-one, or you want to, just be a part of a really great community with a lot of awesome people, come on over. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it. Day One Squad, you guys know that I love you. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. But today, guys, we are going to go over online gambling and sports betting. For those of you guys that are new here, video gaming, iGaming, online gambling, sports betting is one of my favorite industries to invest into. It is an industry that is continuously growing. It's getting bigger and bigger, and there is a lot of really good stocks that are, in that growth phase that I think are going to do very well over the next couple of years and set us up for a nice opportunity to capture a very big gain off of those stocks if we're patient. Guys, I have made videos about each one of these stocks where I go much further in depth on the fundamentals and what the company does. So I will link that above each time that I talk about one of these stocks in this video. So if you want to check that out, you can do that. Guys, the reason why I'm so bullish on online gambling and sports betting, I mean, when you look at just the US, there is a huge growth potential right here in the US. 75% of states are already legal or have legislation to become legal. Every time a new state becomes legal, that's a catalyst. Anytime a new state applies for legislation to become legal, that's a catalyst. It opens up a huge, total addressable market for any of those states, that they're not currently in. It gives them more people to market to, more revenue to generate. It's a big catalyst. So there is a lot of competition in the industry, but I think the ones that I've picked today are the, up and comers that have a chance to really do well and give us the biggest percentage gain in, respect to their sizes. So let's get started, guys. First thing I want to show you is this article that I saw. So this firm did a detailed report on sports betting revenue. As you guys can see here, the firm notes that the single game sports betting is now legal in 31 states, and 56% of the US population resides in a state where betting on games is legal, with another 9 states that have sports betting bills pending. Again, guys, 9 states, that's 9 catalysts. I also think that, it makes sense for a lot of these states to become legal because when you come out of the pandemic, when you're trying to reopen, it's a really great opportunity to get a lot of tax revenue, that they don't currently have. For example, I'm here in St. George, Utah. We just barely opened up a medical marijuana dispensary. I had no idea that was going to happen. I thought it was never going to happen. But obviously they wanted that tax revenue, so it did. So big incentive there for, states and governments on the local and federal level to legalize it here in the States. Guys, next thing I want to show you is total sports betting revenue in the US this year to date is estimated at 1.24 billion, which is a 360% year over year growth rate. And then gaming, revenue is forecasted at 19 billion if all 50 states become legalized. That is a massive, total addressable market, for these stocks. So, okay, first one I want to show you guys. This is a tough one because this is a tie with Rush Street Interactive for my #1 favorite. But I'm leaning towards Genius Sports. Genius Sports it was recently a SPAC. The ticker symbol did change from DMYD. This is not a sports betting company. This is a data analytics company. They go into these multi-year agreements with a lot of these big sports leagues and small sports leagues to take their live data and give it to the sports betting companies. Guys, the sports betting companies have to have their data. So they are literally ingraining themselves in the not only the smaller sports leagues, the bigger sports leagues, but also in the sports betting companies' infrastructure. The thing about the smaller sports leagues, which is a big majority of all sports on TV, is they don't have a way to capture their own data or organize it effectively. So they use Genius's sports software. And after doing it for so long, it's such a pain to switch over. Why would they? So, guys, I really like that. I think that is a huge opportunity for these guys because it doesn't matter. Obviously, there's bigger, seasons for sports, right? Football season's obviously bigger than tennis season. But the fact that they're providing data analytics, it is, in my opinion, going to be a little bit more stable and not so seasonal. So let's take a look at the chart. As you guys can see here, back here at its NAV price, back in November, December, it was at the $10 range, started to run up right here in December and early January. This is a little inflection point here where you can see you get a lot of, either run-ups or drawdowns. You get a lot of gaps in this area, which in my opinion, the $17 to $17.50 to $16.50 is a great area to buy the stock at. You can see here gapped up, did have some chop, traded sideways, and then ran up to a high of $25.07. But over the last, week, 2 weeks, it has sold off pretty substantially down to the $17.60 range. I add on this stock every single week. I dollar cost average into it, but I also buy it on signs of weakness. I think anytime you can buy this stock sub 1850, that's a great price for the stock, especially if you're patient and plan on holding it for the long term. You guys can see, though, you did start to get a lot of negative momentum waning on the stock, leaving it. You did start to get some bullish divergence on the MACD, which is why you probably got some reaction the last couple of days. It did have a nice day today, up about 5.08%, which is not too bad. Really, if you look at it, there isn't a lot of historical price action. Obviously, it's a newer stock, but what you can see is really the next level after this area is the $21.89 range. So you had your double bottom, you got your confirmation, held as support. The next price I see you go into is around the $21 to $22 range. You break that, you're running back to 25. And then you're in price discovery. Who knows where it could go from there? My price prediction for this stock by the end of 2021 is $40 to $45. And I really think that 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, it can absolutely be a 70, 80, 90, even $100 stock if they execute and do everything properly. So, I'm big on those multi-year agreements, guys. I mean, when you get deals like that, that extend years and years, that pipeline is huge. So definitely one of my favorites, guys. If you don't already own it, throw it on the watch list. Next one we're going to take a look at is RSI. This is Rush Street Interactive. Again, guys, this is a close one. This is tied for my number one. I really like this stock. It is a little bit more low key than a lot of the other ones like DraftKings. But this is more of an online gambling and iGaming stock. It's not so much. It is a sports betting stock. They do sports betting, but their core competence, in my opinion, is the online gambling. Guys, they won, Casino Operator of the Year, Customer Service Operator. I mean, they've won the Casino Operator of the Year multiple different times. So they're obviously doing a good job with their casinos. One thing I wanted to show you guys here on the chart is take a look at what we've got here. From the low at the NAV price of the $10 level to the high from back in January, 88.6% retrace. Those deep value areas that I love so much. Guys, I would 10 times out of 10 rather buy a stock down here at a deep value area after a big run up and a drawdown than at the top of a at all-time highs in a continuation pattern like a flag pattern or anything like that. I much prefer these high value deep value areas because it cuts your risk down substantially. Next thing I wanted to show you guys is right here, this inverted cup handle. You can see here, you did have some bearish divergence on the MACD, which is why it led into this little sell-off right here at the cup handle. You break out of the cup handle, so you take the 100% of the measured move, which would put you up here at the $17.42 for your price target. So if it breaks out, I see you run into the 1742. If it breaks down, you could potentially come down here and retest the $17.50 range. But guys, again, this is a momentum shifting structure. You had this big run up all the way up to a high of like $26.55, and then you had this big drawdown. It took every ounce of selling pressure it had to push it all the way down here to this area, which was up here where the measured move will be after the cup handle is a critical level from history, but it took every ounce of selling pressure to get it down this level, but it couldn't quite get it down to the NAV price of $10. That is a lot of strength, guys. Again, you get this momentum shifting structure, which is either an inverted cup handle. You could even call it a inverse head and shoulders if it comes down here a little bit further before curling back up. Both are momentum shifting structures, which imply, reversal to the upside. So really like this stock, really like it at the price it's at, guys. If you don't already own it, I would probably watch to see if it'll break down out of here and come down here and retest for a double bottom. I don't think it'll do that. I actually think you're going to get some upward momentum. You are getting some negative momentum in the stock. Some of the positive momentum is leaving, but it's not too bad. I mean, you could absolutely see it break the top of the handle and run up to the $17.42 relatively quickly. Guys, once you get up here, if you take a look at historical action right above this level, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So you get over this level, what are you going to do? Run straight to the top of the 1742 range. You're going to come straight back down, back test it for confirmation. Then you break out of this level. The next level that you're going to is 2148, and then 2621 or 71, excuse me. So love it, guys. I really like this. I like the technicals, like the fundamentals, like the stock overall. Definitely one of my favorites, and I think that if you look out 2-3 years, it'll be multiple of where it is today. My price target for the end of 2021, I have adjusted it just a little bit, but it's up there around the $29 to $32 range. I think it will absolutely do that. So throw it on the list. All right, guys, final and last one that we're going to look at today is Fubo TV. This is one that I also really like. I think that they've got a ton of opportunity as well. I really like the streaming aspect of the business. I think more and more people are going to continue to cut cable, especially kind of with the reopening, people getting back outside. I don't think people are going to stop watching TV by any means, but I think less people are going to be paying for cable if they can get their sports, online on a streaming service for half the cost and a better service. Again, guys, take a look at what we got here from the low down here to the high, 88.6% retrace. Guys, look what happens when you come down this big drawdown to the 0.6% retrace, which is also at a critical level from back here in history, in October 2020, also back here in March or May of 2020, back here in February 2019, and then all of these areas back here in 2018. When you get those levels, this drawdown to the 886 at a critical level from history, you get these big reactions. Guys, it came down, drew all the way down to a low of $14.64. And within 38 days, it moved 115% at its high. It has drawn down a little bit to retest this level right here, but 115% in 38 days is fantastic. I will take that any day of the week. You are getting, positive momentum continuing to build. You are getting a little bit of a decline right here. You are getting that, convergence with the RSI and the MACD. So it's looking strong, honestly, guys. I mean, it came down and it's back testing this level here, where it's held support a few different times, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. You hold this level, you get that confirmation. Really, if you take the structure of the bullish Bartley, your first price target's B, you've already got there. Your second price target's C, and then your third price target's A. I think the next target here is the $40 range, which is, in my opinion, going to be the next level that you're going to have to go through. But you break that $40 range, I'll see you at $62 relatively quickly. Again, guys, historical price action. It makes big moves over these critical levels. So love it. Love to see the harmonics. Love to see the retrace. Love to see the company doing what they're doing. We just did a video recently on all of the fundamentals, so go check that out. I did link that above. Right when I first started talking about this stock. So same type of thing, guys. All of them, have a lot of opportunity. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to give you my favorite iGaming, sports betting, online gambling stocks. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you like any of them, let me know if I missed any. I know that, there is other ones out there, but these are the ones that I think are some of the best buys right now. Overall, come join us at the Patreon if you want to talk stocks with us. Like the video if you get any value out of it. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always do your own research and due diligence, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.